aka Patters. It's been a little bit of a struggle just to get to where we are. So everything you're seeing today, this is going to be a new show. This is going to be a new regular show. If you're into the '80s, even into what you consider the greatest toy boom and the greatest comic book boom of the '90s, but really the '80s, action figures, cartoons, some of the great movies, G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, right here. This is going to be a series where we start drawing some GI Joes, and I don't know of the materials yet. I don't know how I'm going to be finishing the artwork, but we're going to just get into it live, get into it together, and have some fun along the way. Appreciate the past, but have an eye for the future, and that's going through a lot of the graphics. We have a new intro coming. We have a little bit of a buffer video coming, so I can take breaks, all involving GI Joe. And I did realize something because I was planning on working on Captain Gridiron on Instagram. And as soon as I kind of like sat down to start doing it, it just occurred to me that Captain Gridiron, along with some other characters like Fastball, the Ninja Force, Zartane, but there was just a lot of characters in the GI Joe mythology that they get attention time and again, but they have no attention when it comes to the comic books and the extended mythos and lore. And Captain Gridiron is one of them because I firmly believe it doesn't matter what the character is. The character can be written and drawn in a very particular way to appeal to a larger audience than what it was intended for. If you want to look at the G.I. Joe comic book, the G.I. Joe comic book roughly is 300 plus issues from the original Marvel all the way through like the IDW. 30 years of comics. And within 30 years of comics, they never touched on. Like where's in 30 years they've never done much with Captain Gridiron. And like I said, there's other characters that we're going to explore. And I don't know if these are going to be like fitness drawings like we have here for the NFL Super Pro that was bashed on Cartoonist Kayfabe recently. People, it's hard to bash characters after you've drawn them. After you put time into a character, it's really hard to bash what a character actually is. But no, I don't exactly know where we're ending up with some of this artwork. But we're going to start today. We're going to start with a football character because it's the Super Bowl, baby. We got the Super Bowl in a few hours. And I posted these on my Instagram, aka Pad69. These are just some of the ideas for Captain Gridiron. I don't know. I may do a third. I'm going to Sharpie these and do some prelim coloring. We will see where that takes me. And then, guys, it's not getting a lot of love, but I pretty much did a YouTube video discussing just something that was like deeply inspirational to me in my development as a young artist. And that's really, it's more or less connected to, like being able to know what you can do with the materials. Like, what do the materials do? And what can you do with them? And getting into the concept design work of this section was really my introduction back in the day of what concept design work was and forever emulated. And it's somewhat it's a 10-minute plus long video. I go into my insight on what I think's happening in some of these just on a craftsmanship sense. And I don't know, people, I like doing videos that chart my inspirations and basically explain a little bit of where I'm coming from on a lot of things. Those videos never really do well. Seems like if I get angry towards a YouTuber, those ones do well. And also on the late nights, we will be regularly doing, starting tomorrow night, Midnight Jack. We're going to be inking a lot of Jack Kirby in 2024. So we're really rounding the corner of just getting a lot of my material and ideas in motion, and a lot of that has been fully dependent on getting like locked and loaded, rolling with Trial by Fire pages. With all that said, guys, welcome to it. Sean Franklin, what is up, Sean? Sean, thanks for joining me. Cheers. NFL Sunday, guys. Come on. It is the Super Bowl. We're drawing football characters. Needed some coffee. Oh, I just brushed my teeth too. You guys ever do that? You guys ever just brush your teeth and drink something? Yeah, what is up? Itzky, we got something. I got something planned for you. Don't be surprised if I just start drawing gators and streaming it. All right. Yeah. Hey, guys. It is. I just want to say this. I have to say this when we talk about the NFL Super Pro. If you cannot draw something and make it exciting, it's hard to it's almost like that's the job of a comic book illustrator, of a comic book artist. You have to be able to draw anything and make it exciting and make people want to see more of it. And that is your effing job. It doesn't matter what the story is. Give me the Super Pro original scripts or original plots, and they'll sell. They will sell. TBF, yes. TBF, rocking and rolling. So I have to see something too. Like, there's always things we're nudging, right? So if I pop into chats here, right, it covers the guy we're drawing. So now it's either I move him to here, right? Look at my hairy arm. Jeez, that's disgusting. Or I find a way to get the chats to pop up on this side. These are the things you should always be chipping away at. So we're going to Super Pro here. But I kind of want to get into this. I just want to figure out a little bit of, like, I had him holding his gun because he has like this super, like it's almost like a X4 grenade launcher. But the idea here is like he just kind of like blasted through a wall and just kind of like walked through it. And look, this character has grenade shaped footballs. All right. Second G.I. Joe character, by the way, to be featured in the NFL line. Like the first player is William Perry from the 1985, right? Chicago Bears, Super Bowl 20, where they who did they beat? Did they beat the Patriots? They might beat the Patriots in that Super Bowl. But I kind of just wanted him like walking with like a certain motion. And, like a post-destruction motion here. And it gets tough sometimes when it's like this subtle. See, and I kind of wanted that. So I'm kind of here. We're getting there already. So what I might do with this, we might do like a detail Sharpie drawing with some color. And then I might just light box it. But I don't know if I'm going to get to the light box right now. Itzky, are you watching the Super Bowl, bud? Are we watching the Super Bowl, my AKA Patters? Come on. People are just so jaded. It's hard not to get behind the greatest contest in human history. It really is. It's hard not to. and also too, keep in mind, everyone, you don't have to be an expert on some of the things you want to draw. I think there's a little bit of like method acting in some of the approach. And I had this we started working with this one IT dude, but he doubles as like an artist, a lot like me. I don't think he takes a lot of it seriously. I think he's talented. I think there's like certain things he should start doing, but he's almost like a real hobbyist. Very much unlike me. Like I don't approach this as a hobby. But anyway, uh, we're losing some of this here, aren't we? I think we are. Hold up here. No. I think we hold up here. Yeah, so anyway, but this individual, he's really good with like portraits. And the other day, I guess he was like showing it off, but he left his sketchbook at someone's desk, and I picked it up and didn't realize it was his. Like ironically, but it's like, as soon as I start looking at it, you're like, oh, this is like this person definitely practices, right? And they've been practicing for a while, which is like kind of the first initial reaction you want to see with a sketchbook. And then kind of like if you flip through someone else's sketchbook, you kind of want to see a progression, and you want to see just the various stages of either figuring out whatever they're working on, like kind of like a practicing of forms, we'll call it. And then you kind of want to see sometimes like more noodling, like more finished work or completed level work. But like there was a couple portraits in there, and I'm like, oh, like like I can tell who these people are. This is great. And it turned out to be his. But the point I'm getting at is, a lot of people believe, I do this like full time, but like I am like a hobbyist as he is. But we can still kind of like approach our hobbies seriously, because the goal should be to get good at a hobby. So I don't care much for the professional side of things. I just don't. I just don't think there's a lot of growth. We'll call it. I don't. I just think I think a lot of people. Like a lot of people, they get into the business, and they almost just get like locked in style wise, and even how long it takes them to do something. And there's been like a few artists in history, and I'm talking strictly illustration and comic book history, not art history, that you can kind of say shifted styles, or like shifted enough to move with the time, or like did enough to get through their like aging process, right? And a lot of times though, like age and time, like they catch up to you. But anyway, yeah, and that's always just what my like baseline approach is, to kind of just be effective with what I'm setting out to do. So today, like all of today, I'm not joking, people. Like, yeah, I was just crazy obsessed with getting the right images for this like new show. I never contemplated drawing G.I. Joe characters in a serious way until, I'm not joking, until this morning. Morning. Sean, yeah, Sean, like, excited and curious, like for sure. Yeah, dude, like Sean, to even be frank with you, pun intended there, people, if we're not tracking that. I'm excited for even Madam Web. I'm done with this pre-crapping on movies before they even come out. I'm just done with it. I wanted to see Madam Web. I watched every movie that I think I was not going to like as soon as it dropped via stream, even Mutant Mayhem, even the Marvels. I was super excited to see the Marvels, to be fully honest. Sorry, guys, just got a message. Captain Gridiron. Let's get a visual. I need a close up of Captain Gridiron right here. His original card art though is sweet. But see what I mean about like he's got like a super grenade launcher here with a scope. A lot of accessories though. Look at all this stuff he came with. Like, look at all that. All right. I love that he's got digi camo. And I'll say this too, like he's got like a good design. Like he's got this cool like collar here. Let me get some of this collar going. What we got here? Sean, I at this point I do not. At one point I had the original monthly. Oh, you know what I do have? I'm sorry. I have Circle of Circle of Death, his original miniseries. I have that. That will be upcoming on the channel. We will be doing that. But Sean, I guess you're reminding me. I guess I should try and find a I gotta track down a New Mutants 98 for the channel, right? Because I sold that, dude. I sold my New Mutants 98 as soon as it really became like a 400. As soon as I hit like $400, I was like, I'm dumping this thing. I don't care. Yeah, like let's just go. Let's just, you gotta be able to sell things in life. Okay, I kind of like some of this now. Let's get back into. Let's just move. And we're picking up random things here. I want some grays. We need some greens. So my whole desk here is still complete chaos. My AKA powders. We've been making some ground in fully organizing things, so in a appropriate way, or in an fully organized manner. But I'm looking for kind of like a dark green marker that I don't think I have around. And again, too, whatever. Let's just get into it. Let's draw. Gonna have him like tilted down, like headwise. Let's see here. Oh, he has like a visor too. Which, again, not uncommon for players of the time. A lot of players had visors. The idea being able to hide what you were looking at was prominent in the NFL, and somewhat still is. I'll say, there's plenty of players that care about that. Let's see here, though. So let's just kind of get some of this going. Sometimes if you just get the right, like, little bit of attitude at the right time while you're just developing your idea, the rest kind of come into play. Like the rest just kind of falls into place. What am I saying there? But here we go. Yeah, I mean, he's got like a great helmet, though. Jeez, what a great helmet. He doesn't have a chin piece. I don't know why. We're going to give him one. We're going to make his helmet way more, like, armored. Like, he should be gridiron only by armament. He got the nickname because of like the armor and the capabilities of his uniform, or like his technology. Like, that's where he got his name from. Like, it should really be like that. So I love that he has a visor, though. I think that it's beyond cool. Sometimes it like a lot of it too, it's just that like additional like piece that you see a character have. Like that one thing to really separate that character, just on the design sense, than the contemporaries. Or, in a lot of cases, what's popular. Spider-Man 2. I believe I've seen them both, Sean. I can't say I recall what the Ghost Rider extended cut had. Or, right, because both of them, that and Spirit of Vengeance, both have kind of like extended cuts. I can't recall what's extended, but Spider-Man 2 extended cut for sure. And then there's like, isn't there like a producer's cut for Spider-Man 3? I've always been curious about that. Just playing with some blacks here. But half these Super Bowl Sunday people. So we got some action here. Dude, I love his vest, though. He's got this really cool, like, well-designed vest. Like, and his fabric, it just works so well. And again, too, we're using the Sharpie here to just start laying down. Just maybe get like a little bit of an idea of where some of these blacks are. you kind of want to say he should have bare arms. Like he should have nothing on his like arms. But we'll we'll give him the camo. Give him like a little bit of a quilted pattern here for like his ribs. Yeah, and we can kind of like you can chalk that up to like some type of extra mobility if his vest is like fireproof and stuff like that. Like slightly different material so you can bend. Again, like everything for the Joes is like designed, if that makes any sense. There's no mistakes. We're not like fully you kind of want to say maybe like Gridiron should he be in an action pose? I don't think so. I mean, for this, no. But I think we have it to a point here. Yeah, a lot of times too, when you like double and triple hit an area, like you're thinking it out. Sometimes you're not really drawing. You're doing more thinking than drawing. Right? Like we're have to say, not too bad. A little bit happy. I would be more happy if I was able to track down like an army greens just so I don't have to use my Prismacolor. Yeah, these Five Below markers they are a little bit of a lifesaver. All right, well we'll use army green if we have to. Let's see here. So we're in a pretty good process there with better organizing and getting a lot of things more readily available. Here we go. Perfect, right? Perfect green. We'll just get them all. That is perfect. We'll do some orange or some yellow. Got Prismacolor there. All right. I think we got something now. I was really looking for a. Let's see here. Oh, give me 1 second, everyone. Let's see. Nothing in here. So we're just looking for a thicker, darker marker. So we'll just use this one right here. Now keep in mind too, so a lot of this is just like figuring things out. And you're a little bit in real time for that. All right, so his gun would be fully drawn and fully in frame no matter what. So when I transfer this to the better paper, I'm going to bump him up a little just so we have absolute room for his giant weapon, which is just great, by the way. He's got pouches too. Very nice. And my original idea for his other hand was to have him holding some type of, one of his football grenades. All right. These grenades, like these grenade missiles, almost have like a pine cone texture. But we will, you honor it, and that's the point. Like you keep it as true to the, intent as possible. Because, who are you to dictate, what's good and what's not? Your job is just to do the art. So again, you have to put some of this together in your mind as you're going through the ranks. So some of this is, I had like an orange. Maybe is this orange? right there. Bingo. Yeah, so some of this is like, again, like you put things together in your mind as you're working on it. Like that's it. So this is a part of it, you know. So I'm laying down a bunch of this orange because I'm really going to use yellow as the finishing highlight here. So I want a lot of this to kind of still work, still bleed through. So let's have a go. Well, we're only, yeah, I may call this short, everyone. So I have to get ready. I have to get into Jersey for the bowl. Some of this did not work. Not color-wise. But then, again, like we try and duplicate some of the effects. So, yeah, like you will have camo. The digi camo here is just awesome. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I think it would be great to kind of like emulate a little of the Metal Gear Solid style with these. It's like his arms are more light brown. I think that's where I made an error. But like, yeah, he's looking halfway decent, partially decent. Here we go. Maybe it's this one. Yeah. Sometimes like as soon, and we'll see, maybe. I could be wrong right now. Could be a little bit wrong. And you kind of want to ask, like, what colors are the footballs? Are they just like metallic? You know? Are they golden? Are they gunmetal? Like gunmetal gray? You kind of want to say, they can be like any color. Can the footballs that he throws to blow up Cobra, can they be any color? Yeah, and some of this just helped me kind of, like, I'm preemptively thinking about, like how the color would be, like, structured here. and then it would just be like you kind of blast a lot of it, but just like like so good. All right, I guess today, if I have time, I don't know if I will, but this week I will. We'll hit the local Five Below again and get some fresh teas because this one's empty. Yeah, and that's kind of what we want to figure out. We just want to figure out some of the combinations, some of the actual flow of colors here. Just so it looks a little bit more like a piece. All right, people. Guys, I have to go. Sorry. Wish I could go longer. You can see I'm wrapping my head around this piece. I don't know what the style is yet, but I kind of like the idea of drawing the Joes in the Metal Gear Solid style. I think it'll be super, super cool. All right, everyone. Hopefully today you enjoy the big game. Oh, Norin, what's up, bud? Norin, I'm jumping ship. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Norin. Yeah, I'm probably look, I get these from Five Below. I'm probably going to pick up like $20 worth and get like a crap load of yellows. I'm still in the process of like organizing all my stuff so I can kind of really know what I need. Looks great. Thank you, buddy. Norin, just keep an eye out. We're going to be doing a lot more GI Joes and Cobras and Dreadnoks and maybe the Space Corps and those animal morpher things. And Ninja Force. The list is going to go on and on. Probably next up, I'll tell you guys right now, next up is going to be the Ninja Force Zartane, or Zartane, I think version 2. All right, everyone, rock and roll.